I would tell them the best advice is simply to listen. If a large group of students have an issue, you're going to hear about it. The best way to find out is maybe go around and talk to the students.
I would say that the faculty, teaching staff should be more aware that commuters have like hours sometimes to get here every day. And I mean, I had an example where I left a book at home. I'd read the assignments from it, but because I didn't have that book, I got it unprepared, and it's not like I could run back to a dorm and grab the book. It was like over an hour away at home, sometimes even more. And that was just one thing I noticed here at Drexel. But yeah, just being more aware of our time.
Events, they should say like all students. Sometimes they don't say all students, so commuter students or maybe even adult learners feel like they're not included. So it's really like distant. So they should try to like open up more and not just advertise to like resident students.
I think the most important thing to take into consideration is the life that they may have at home. Not everybody, I live by myself, so that's not a major factor for me, but there are others who do live with their families still, and they may have other commitments outside of school that they have to take care of. So their scheduling, if they're dependent on trains, that affects a lot of what they can do and when they can do it.
I'd say there are probably two things to keep in mind. One is to not have any preconceived notions before you go into this. I tend to do that even like in my classes and stuff, like with my students, like engineers, I think are a certain way, and everyone kind of has a label, but drop all of that, and each individual person is going to give you a different interaction, and this is what I've learned in the last 5 years, that I've never had, a typical commuter experience with any of my students. Also, I think it's really important to listen. I've had a lot of value in getting feedback from my commuters and my personal emails, telling them what they want from me in the beginning, what they want from, my bosses, what they want from the organization, and I'm working right now to implement that because, if you get it from the beginning, then you'll be able to help them a lot more later.
I would say that probably what has made it the easiest for me to transition into this life is just being able to talk to people. The only bad question is an unasked question, so, and truly this is the situation here. Otherwise, just follow the current, and pretty much everything leads to where you want to go.
I think the best way is to get more engagement with them, ask them more questions, try to find out who they are, and ask them more questions, because sometimes it's hard for them to come out and meet you. So if you are in this area where you are students, you deal with students of all kinds of nature, I think it's easier to reach out to them. Like what you did with me is like an experience, and I feel more comfortable, like, oh, okay, this is okay. So if they have programs like that, that can have a day where older people can get outside themselves and just come in, just them with other people and get their experience and see how they cope, it's easier. I think it would be easier for us to get more connected. So, and then I would say professionals, you get yourself involved, even if they don't come to you, try to ask questions because they are willing to answer those questions.